Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to read another interesting book. You know what? What Reggie did on the weekend. Sound like an interesting story. Here we go. Seriously? On the weekend for a new book. How I accidentally ate cabbage. On the weekend, I accidentally ate cabbage. It all started when Ma plonked a steaming, slimy pile of it on my dinner plate. I looked at it. I looked at Ma. Ma looked at me. I said, "What do you expect me to do with this?" She said, "Eat it." I said, "But you know, I don't eat cabbage." She said, "You're old enough now to eat cabbage, Reggie." I said, "Nobody ever in the history of the universe has been old enough to eat cabbage." She said, "Eat it." I said, "No, eat it, no, eat it, no, eat it, or you don't get any ice cream." "That's fine, I don't even like ice cream." "Yes, you do." "No, I don't." "Yes, you do." "No, you don't." "Yes, you do." "No, I don't." She technically correct. I do like ice cream, but I couldn't let her win now. If she won, who knew where it would end? Brazil sprout or, heaven forbid, cauliflower? And anyway, my hatred of cabbage far outweighed my love of ice cream. I couldn't understand what was going on. We would always had an agreement about cabbage. She didn't serve it to me and I didn't vomit it back up. It was win-win situation. It had worked fine until now. Why was she trying to move the goal posts? She tried again. "All your brothers eat it," she said. I almost laughed out loud. I have 5 older brothers. John eats his own boogers. Ew. Ron eats his own fingernails. Ugh. Don eats his own dandruff. Oh, yikes. Lon eats other people's dandruff. Ew. And Con eats his nails. Okay, that was just once on a dare. And it was at French restaurant. But still. And Con eats his nails. Okay, that was just once. So, by now, Ma's eyes were starting to look a little crazy and tiny beads of sweat shined on her upper lip. She bent her head to mine and spoke in a cold, quiet voice. "Eat it or you're not playing Minecraft." The earth rocked on its axis, so it was going to be like that, was it? War. I looked at the cabbage. It was sat there, pale, green, and limp in a pool of its own stinky cabbage water. It was not even hot anymore. It was room temperature cabbage. And if there's one thing more disgusting than hot cabbage, it's room temperature cabbage. I looked at Ma. Ma looked at me. I said, "That's okay. I don't even like Minecraft." Ma snapped, "Eat it or you're getting it for breakfast." "See you at breakfast," I said to the cabbage. She was bluffing. There was no way she would serve me cabbage for breakfast. The next morning, she served me cabbage for breakfast. It had been in the fridge overnight, so now it was cold cabbage, and there's one thing more disgusting than room temperature cabbage, it's cold cabbage. I looked at Ma. Ma looked at me. She said, "Eat it." I said, "No." "Eat it." "No." "Eat it." "No." "Eat it." "No." "Eat it or you're not getting it for lunch." "Or you are getting it for lunch." "See you at lunch," I said to the cabbage. She was bluffing. There was no way she would serve it to me again for lunch. She served me the cabbage again for lunch. She reheated it in the microwave. And if there is one thing more disgusting than chilled cabbage, it's a day-old cabbage that's being reheated. Ma said, "Eat it." I said, "No." "Eat it." "No." "Eat it." "No." "Eat it." "No." At dinner, the cabbage came out again, chilled. And if there's one thing, well, get it disgusting. But I haven't eaten in 24 hours. I was so hungry. I began to see things that were not there. In front of my eyes, the cabbage turned into a hot dog. A big, juicy, perfectly heated hot dog with melted cheese on top. It sat there in a deliciously soft, fluffy bun. Not whole meat, but white as a snowflake. Eat me, Reggie, it said in a husky, hot doggy voice. You know, you want to. My mouth watered like mad. I bent my head to take a bite, but luckily one of my brothers came in at the moment and slammed the door. I was jolted back to reality. The talking hot dog disappeared and the soggy, cooked, room temperature, chilled, reheated, chilled again cabbage sat there, laughing at me. Ma lost it and began to beg. Please, Reggie, just touch a piece with your tongue. You don't even have to swallow it, just touch it with your tongue and this will be over. We will put it behind us and never speak it of it again. Please, Reggie, please. See you at breakfast, I said to the cabbage. I went to my room with the sound of Ma sobbing behind me. That night I was so hungry. I had dreamed about vegetables that I do eat. You know, the one slightly less disgusting than cabbage. I dreamed of a bowl of carrots as big as a bathtub, lightly sauteed in melted butter and sprinkled delicately with chopped parsley. I think it was Italian chopped parsley. Next to the carrot was a mountain of steamed baby peas, lightly minted and as fresh as field of new spring lambs. I had a fork the size of a garden rake. We were just about to dig in when Ma woke me, calling, Reggie, come down and have breakfast. I slumped on the stairs. I felt sick. I was weak with hunger. I didn't think I had it to me to keep this up for much longer. Maybe it was time to give in, let her win. As I neared the kitchen, a delicious smell floated to my nostrils. At first I thought I was seeing things, smelling things again. It smelled like, could it be? Yeah, yes, it was. Still warm, fresh, out of oven. Homemade double chocolate chip muffins. Ma held out the tray of muffins, smiling at me as though I was just brought home as report card of all A's. For you, Reggie darling, she said, it's over, sweetheart, you win. I see now that I was wrong. Really, Ma? I dare to hope. Yes, honey, take one. You must be starving, she said. I took a muffin. I had a bite. It was the most delicious muffin I ever tasted. The chocolate was creamy, the muffin perfectly moist, and I was so hungry, I stuffed the rest of my muffin into my mouth and chewed fast. Then Ma did a strange thing. She threw back her head and started to laugh. Not just a regular laugh, but more like a witch cackle. She cackled and cackled. It was the most hideous sound I have ever heard. I stopped chewing and watched her. She put down the tray of muffins. She started dancing around the room. Her eyes crazy. Ah ha ha ha, she cried. I win, I win. Reggie's eating cabbage, Reggie's eating cabbage. She began running all her words together. Ah, I stayed up all night cooking. At first, I made brownies, but the cabbage taste was still there, so I started again. I chopped it up finer. I put it into the cheesecake. You know, you love cheesecake, Reggie. But the cheesecake came out still tasting like cabbage, so I started again at 4 a.m. I blitzed the cabbage until it was individually molecules and baked the molecules of cabbage into my double chop chip muffins. And you can't taste the cabbage. Reggie, you're eating cabbage. I win, I win. I haven't had any sleep, but I win. I win, I win, I win. Dad, John, Ron, Don, Lon, and Con all tried to calm her down, but nothing worked. She kept cackling and dancing when Dad threw a bucket of cold water over her, and that still didn't work. He went to the phone and called someone. 2 men in white coats came, put Ma on a stretcher, and carried her from the house. She was still cackling as they drove away. I ate 6 more muffins. She was right. You really couldn't taste the cabbage. Guys, hope you enjoyed the funny, humorous story. And we'll be back with another story, The Amazing Vomiting Boy. Wait for it. Subscribe to my channel and put on the notification and wait for some interesting thing coming along. Take care. Bye-bye.